Yeah, man. Honestly, there's some positives. You know, I was P1 in qualifying, which I was really happy with. I felt good all day. A little back, so I didn't ride all week. Had a back problem in Arlington, but man, you know, it was gnarly, obviously, and I bounced back pretty good. Just the heat race, I was sending it. I was in second, crash, and in the main, I came out dead last and made my way to 6th or 7th, and then crashed again. So I was just trying my ass off, and yeah, just part of it. The sport's gnarly, and we'll come back fighting for next week.
Crazy night. I had a really good heat race. I started 3rd, which is unheard of for me. Don't get good starts. Ended up 6th, so it was right in, real good. Main event was the gnarliest track I've ever raced in my life, hands down, not a question. Started pretty far back. I don't really know exactly where, but I ended up P10, which is first top 10 for Beta as a company, and I couldn't be happiest I've been in a long time. So just really want to keep the work going, and I've been working my butt off, and just hopefully we can stack up some good results in a row, and yeah, try to do the same thing, I guess. I know nothing about the race. I don't even have my flight booked yet or like hotels, so super last minute guy, but no, just go back and go. I've been riding in Oklahoma, do my same program with Millsaps, and just try to get better. I'm just slowly plugging away, trying to be consistent and get better, and yeah, I'm really want to do good, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Yeah, qualifying, we ended up P12. That was the first Q1, and then we were gonna do Q2, and they canceled the race. Mother Nature just rained out, and they made the right decision to kind of cancel it. And we went to the gate 6th, and honestly, like, this heat race was okay. I kind of got a bad start, got shifted, and I kind of got blasted a couple of times, and the track was just wet and sticky. I mean, my goggles were fine, absolutely. So Scott goggles didn't fail me. We made some passes and we ended up 4th, and then we moved forward to the main event, and it just felt like the start just kind of got me this weekend. It's kind of been that way for the last few rounds, but at the end of the day, you know, I can't be mad at it. We ended up P7. This was one of those tracks that it can get away from you really fast, and it was brutal for everybody out there. And yeah, we ended up 7th. I'm not stoked on that at all, but at the end of the day, I could be bummed and you know, got DNF'd or something, right? So we're looking forward to Alabama. This would be a good one because nobody's raced it, so it should be a fun one, and get back to regular Supercross and get this 27 back up top. Just go back to the old roots, you know, riding regular Supercross, and just focus. Just focus on having good days and good weeks, and that's honestly what it's been for the past 3 weeks. And I felt like last week for Dallas was a really good turnaround. Felt like, you know, back to me, and then 2022 again. And I'm real good. I've been happy. Headspace is good. The team's been working their butt off. I've been working my butt off. We've been getting everything right. Suspension has really come around, and you know, it sucks to say, but yeah, when things happen in 2023 of my blown out, you know, knee, you lose some racing a little bit, and it happens quick. And the races, there's nothing that you can replicate a race. You can do all the practice laps you want, but if it's all not clicking out there, it just makes things harder on you. And I felt like that's kind of how it has been the first few races. But again, the team that I surrounded myself with, everybody's been working hard. Nobody's changed on me or anything, and we've gotten this bike a lot better. And it's time for me to, you know, repay these guys and get this bike on top where it should be.
All things considered, it was good. I felt like today was probably the best overall that I applied myself. It was a really tricky track all day today. And from our really from press day yesterday, dude, we were like, after the very first session out there, we're like, dude, this track is super soft. And it's weird because we know that this dirt is sandy and it's going to be loose, but it was like spongy this year. And that was where, like, the jumps lost every bit of their I guess height within the first 5 times hitting them. Like, once a rut got there, they lost their pop, and then you'd have to move over. And then it's like, okay, like, we literally just got to where, I mean, given the rain tonight, it's like we were doubling for the most part anyway, but it's like, that's probably all we would have been able to do because of the jumps just, like, laying down. So Yeah, really started press day yesterday, and today we did free practice, and my suspension was actually really stiff. Just with how the track was, we didn't have those big transitions, and then anytime we were riding on the grass, it was like rock hard. So we softened up my suspension quite a bit, and then I stayed on that all day, and really just each time out, it's like, especially, well, the second or the only time qualifier we had, it was like, I'm just gonna go out and try to put laps in. Like, the track is super long. It's easy to make a mistake, and it's like, I just wanna like kind of do reps and just put some laps in. And I didn't have a terrible time, but it was like, I was just trying to ride the track. So then the heat race, it was like, all right, we got to get a start. We knew with the rain and stuff, and the short start, both my starts were pretty good today. My gate pick for the main was pretty far outside, but I still came out pretty good, all things considered. The first corner was pretty sloppy. So yeah, I mean, I rode well and I rode hard, the heat race and the main, and I was in a good position in the main, and the main rhythm after the mechanics area, I got off balance and was kind of like leaning towards the left, but I was already all the way on the left, and finally, like right before the tunnel, I finally cross-threaded and jumped kind of into the hay bales there, and I got stuck, like off balance, and then caught myself, like lost a couple positions, rolled up the jump, like I'd already taken off, and then the bike stalled because I was kind of in too high of a gear. So I struggled getting it started after then, and I was kind of just in no man's land after that. But I felt good. I just tried to keep pushing, and the leaders caught me right at the end and tried to just kind of keep up with them. And yeah, I honestly never really seen anybody for most of the race, so it was a little bit of a bummer, but it was good. Just continue pushing, and the track was super crazy. It was probably the roughest Daytona I've raced at, and all weekend long it was such a different Daytona. It was almost like there was no Supercross to it, just outdoors, and it's like you get through the rhythms and the corners however your bike gets through them. And so yeah, it was overall it was a lot of fun. I'm bummed on giving up a good finish like that, but I'm happy with my effort, and I'm excited to go racing again. Yeah, I think with what we're learning on the bike, I didn't get to ride a lot coming into Daytona, with some personal issues. Like, my wife was sick all week, and yeah, we've been trying to figure out what's wrong with her. So she's getting better, and yeah, it's this week just getting a good week of training in, and yeah, making sure I'm ready to go on a real Supercross track. I think we've been going in the right direction as far as bike setup wise, and just making some changes. So just keep putting the time in. That time is what we missed out on really before the season in the first couple weeks, and we're trying to soak every bit of that up right now, and we're doing pretty good, all things considered.
It's pretty good. Track was gnarly. It's Daytona's always gnarly, but it was really soft today, even from the very start. The jumps were just a lot. It was a little bit sandier, I would say, than normal. Most of the jumps were just built out of like that black dirt, and it was super soft and just rutted right from the very get-go. Anyway, yeah, just really soft. Then we got rain throughout the day. They canceled the last practice, and it was man, it was. Are you going up? No. It was. They canceled the last practice, so we really didn't get a lot of time on the track. And then, man, heat race, I rode really well, but ended up 10th. I just missed out, just missed being straight in the main, which was tough. Kind of a bummer. Don't want to do LCQ, but LCQ, I ripped a good start. Ended up second, almost won it, but just try to be smart. Just want to be in the main event. Main event, obviously not an ideal gate pick, but man, I rode pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. The track just cut so bad. The TV, nothing will do it justice. It was for sure one of the gnarliest ones that I've done, and I've done a lot of them. Ended up 13th, which was good. I was right behind Barsha in AC for almost 11th. So passed AC briefly. He ended up getting me right back, which was a bummer. But man, just battling with those guys was good. Step in the right direction. I was really happy with it. The bike was awesome. Team did great, and yeah, it was a good weekend. And just trying to carry the momentum into Birmingham next weekend. I'll probably do a little bit of testing. We actually were kind of in the process of making a few changes and trying a few things different that were I think better, but that stuff kind of got thrown out the window today with the way the conditions were. We ended up going quite a bit softer on my stuff since the track was getting beat down so much more. So yeah, we'll kind of go back to what we were working on this week that we didn't really get to test out this weekend. We'll try to just fine tune that a little bit more and then go to Birmingham and see if we've made any improvements.
Yeah, unreal night, especially with going down the wire with the tire change. Luckily the boys got it done in the end and was able to get a decent start. And yeah, I mean, I felt good on the track. I always loved Daytona. One time I raced, I had a lot of fun here. So yeah, I was super pumped to get out there. And the track was very, very sketchy and technical. Had to be very hitting your marks, that stuff. So pumped to come away with a win. And yeah, pass Eli and Chase for the win too. It was an awesome feeling. Probably just cut out the Daytona section we had at the Supercross track and go back to normal.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, I'm so happy to grab my first win here in Daytona. I started around 5th or 6th and just passed all the good guys, so that was pretty cool. I enjoyed the track. I felt great. I had a great flow, and I think I rode the best during the all day in the main event, so that's where it counts, and I'm pretty happy. Can't wait to be back racing next weekend, and 2 podium in a row. My first one in Dallas, and my first win here in Daytona is pretty sick. Yeah, so we changed a little bit the suspension on the bike, not much for this race, but we're gonna go back to base, to Supercross base, and I mean just train this week and see how we feel next weekend back to a normal Supercross.
Yeah, it feels amazing to be back on the podium. It's been too long since I've been there. I think 2022 Oakland, so I don't know how long ago that was, but too long, and honestly just feels good to get back up there. Solid ride tonight. Felt really good in that main event, and for how gnarly the track was, proud of that ride, and good step in the right direction. Honestly, probably not too much, a little bit, as we're always trying to test and get a little bit better, but nothing out of the ordinary. Today we didn't change too much, honestly, from our normal setup, so I went a little bit stiffer on my fork just because of the high speed and the bike was being sucked down with how soft the dirt was, but nothing out of the ordinary, just kind of get back to the routine, back on a normal Supercross next weekend, which I'm excited about.
The track was really difficult today. It was from press day on, it was really soft, and then the rain came in and made it even softer, so it was a really difficult racetrack, but I feel like it suited my style, and I had some good laps out there. Obviously, I just honestly just needed to get a little faster. I was lacking speed, and I stopped doing that quad after the mechanics area, and it cost me a lot of time. So yeah, just need to get back in the groove of things. I had a good week of riding this week, which was good, and yeah, I just need to get back to doing work and kind of start climbing the hill again. I've been going on a downward, now I need to go up. So yeah, back to work this week and keep improving. Yeah, first week back this week, obviously I had that fall, which I don't know if you can see. It's got like a little bit of a there. That's not supposed to be there. It's a little bit of like a bone bruise, which they're kind of nagging. Like they just like get a little bit better every week, but it still hurts. But I feel like this week was the first week where I could actually ride and train how I wanted to without it really bothering me. So hopefully next week we'll take another step and get to like 85-90%, and also just kind of keep working forward. I think this week we did a lot of testing just for regular Supercross, not really just Daytona. So I feel like that's going to suit me for these upcoming races, and I think I have a lot to prove still. And the bike got a lot better, so now I just need to fix my part, and we'll be good.